Cheers to this weekend Moto from around the world. We've got lots of news to cover. We've got riders racing for their jobs. We've got fill-in riders potentially. We have speculation on new motorcycles and teams folding. And I want to say that this video is brought to you by Precision Transport. If you need any dry weight loads or refrigerated loads, make sure you give these guys a call at 877-827-0618. First and foremost, I want to talk about the Stopwatch Nationals that happened at Glen Helen. Yeah, there's been a lot of argument that Glen Helen should be back on the series. It's a great track. It's somewhat of a dangerous track, in my opinion. You have to be somewhat of a pro rider because it seems like there's always something going on at Glen Helen just because of those drop-offs, but I digress. Here at the Stopwatch Nationals, we saw some riders leave the gates with just dirt, and then you had other riders have actual great start. And it's interesting because Glen Helen is notably the last track that had concrete on the series, but that is gone as of right now. And you had riders come out swinging by the likes of Brock Tickle, ending up with the win over Ryder D and Bo Mare. These are all factory guys, and this guy stays in shape. I follow him on Zwift, and you can tell that he's got a strong FTP. He is a fit mofo, that's for sure. And he said live on the Swap Moto YouTube channel.
All right, lastly, I have to ask, are we going to see you this summer at some point?
I believe so, maybe later in the year. I think we need to make sure Jason's taking care of these first bit of the series. I'll make sure.
Oh, is that a teaser or what? The old man, the retiree, the developer of the Kawasaki motorcycle to race some of the Nationals and get some good results. Abso-effing-lutely. We know that that is going to happen. There was also Masterpool, who was incredibly impressive because he ended up letting riders go for the first couple of laps. Like, he just rode around and was probably still going 5 to 10 seconds a lap faster than I could go, but he went from 40th to 6th, and he said that he was just going to use the Stopwatch Nationals as practice, and that was definitely some good passing practice for freaking sure. What also happened there at Glen Helen was there was rumors that Frank Latham is going to take over as the team racing manager for Gas, and that is going to leave the likes of Ryder D and Pierce Brown potentially out of a job because that further allegations are that this team is folding, meaning that it is no longer going to be a Troy Lee Designs Gas. Maybe Gas is going to go in-house and have its own team. However, there's also further rumors that Troy Lee Designs is going to go to a 250 KTM team. So we will see how that works out. But as far as Ryder D, he's going to be looking for a ride come 2025. Brown sounds as if he's going to go with Star Yamaha because they sure have enough money lying around because of all the money that they're paying Cooper Webb and Eli Tomac, and that is 100% humor because Cooper Webb is getting a massive pay raise because that team was thinking that Tomac was going to retire, and in fact he's going to stay on, which is going to leave Justin Cooper also potentially out of a job for 2025 after his outstanding performances in the 2024 Supercross season, along with Tomac saying that he may potentially race the Motocross of Nations, and there was some speculation that he was going to race some GPs. We will see. We know that he had surgery. He's probably not going to be back until later in the outdoor series, along with Cooper Webb, but there's also some noteworthy riders that are also going to be out of a ride. Christian Craig on the Husqvarna. He's been talking with HEP Suzuki, that team that has renewed emphasis and energy because of Ken Roczen winning at Glendale at round 6 of the Supercross. With other riders that are racing for a job is Nate Thrasher on Star Yamaha. That might be why Brown is potentially going to fill in that spot. And then you have Styles Robertson, who has been injured the majority of the year, and he is going to be racing for a job as well. And you have Savachi turning out on the Triumph 250, where we can actually see a rider get some podiums and potentially some race wins here over in the United States. It's happened in MXGP. However, we have not been able to see podium finishing consistently here in the United States. And the last bit of rumors is that Honda is going to release their new e-bike to compete with the Stark Varg this week. Yes, there won't be any release date officially as of yet, but it is in works. And yeah, I know it's kind of like nails on a chalkboard. Nobody really wants to hear about battery-powered motorcycles. We all know my biased opinion about them just because of the required maintenance, but, you know, I digress. If we switch over to France, Tim Geiger is the new leader for the MXGP Championship. Prado has been having some difficulties in the mud, and he finished third overall with a 2.5 because of, in the second moto, you had a couple riders like Sewer get docked for jumping on a yellow flag, which the rules are interesting because we all know that yellow just means caution, no real passing, but you can still race ahead. On a red cross, you're not allowed to jump and do that sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know, maybe FIM is a little bit too stickler on penalties. However, you had Hurlings winning that second moto, which was awesome for the renewed energy and confidence for arguably the fastest man alive in previous years. So we will see if he continues to build on that confidence as well. But Tim Geiger is now the leader for MXGP. Not traveling too far, you've got some onboard footage for Marc Marquez at the French MotoGP, going from 13th to 2nd on his privateer Ducati. This is a rider that has almost reinventing how riders race with dragging their elbows, and it's cool to see him do as well as he is actually doing, because at that elite level, there is such a difference in bike performance. You can have a rider that could easily outperform everybody in the world, but if he's putting on inferior equipment, well, now he's finishing almost outside the top 10. About the rules changing in 2027, where they're removing the rear fairings or fins, and they're also going from 1,000 cc's to 850, and then the whole shot devices are being removed. That is all incredibly interesting, and I will probably finish this off by talking about who has been nominated for the Motorcycle Hall of Fame. We've got Kevin Windham for motocross, and Mike Lafferty for off-road, and Matt Mladen for road racing, and Billy for speedway, and Davey Zanotti for dirt track. So the best of luck to those individuals. And yeah, I know this isn't two-wheeled related, but still, it's something that I wish that we would be more conscious and transparent about how much these riders actually get paid, because ironically, I didn't even know that the series for Supercross paid a bonus $1 million to Jet Lawrence for winning the Supercross. I thought that the purse was just the $14,000 for a race win, but you know, mind blown. It's not normal knowledge. Max Verstappen making $70 million by his salary of $45 million and the bonus of $25. Then you've got Lewis Hamilton, $55 million, bonuses 0 because he wasn't doing that well. Alonso, 24, bonus 10. Yes, these are the top four-wheel drivers in the world, but it is cool to see how much they make. We want to know. And is it a sheer fact that potentially the sport wants to keep that stuff at low key? Yeah, but we are moving into a new era where social media is definitely very social. So we want to see this breakdown. And with the Super Motocross playoffs, with the injection of the $9 million, we love to see zeros when it comes to paychecks. And this is Johnny Hopper. Thank you for watching Moto News from around the world. Till next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification icon. Till next time, and I gotta say, you gotta keep it WFO.